looking for. I like it. First question. How many in here are supposed to be in the other room but snuck in? Rule breakers. Rule breakers. All the hands raised, you're my people. I'm glad you're here. Please stay. I'm giving you permission. There you go. How's it going? Good time so far? Good, good, good. All right, you guys. We are going to have a wild hour and a half. I'm going to try to make you laugh. I'm going to try to make you think about yourself. And I want you to give yourself full permission right now to go all in. Full permission, okay? Full permission. Don't worry about what the person next to you thinks. Don't worry about the person who's your upline that's here and watching you thinks. Don't worry about the pressure you feel is put on you. None of that matters. Right now, it's me and you sitting in a room talking about the 10 ways to build a business. You guys ready? All right. So 3 things first, 3 things. Oh, this is the wrong PowerPoint. Wow, this happened to me earlier this year too. Michael, he's got a dongle. There's Michael to the rescue. All right, well, I'm going to go back to this one because this is not correct, but that's not me. There. Nope. There we go. All right, 3 things to know real quick before we start. Number 1, 75% of what you learn today, 75% of what you learn in this time with me, you will have forgotten in 7 days. Sad, right? Oh, it's the worst. So what you cannot do is just write everything down and think, oh, I'm just going to run back home and I'll just, review my notes. How many of you have been to an event, wrote a crap ton of notes, and then never looked at them again or lost the notebook? Look around. 75% gone. So what I want you to do is plan for that. Plan for that. What I'm going to do is also tell you that number 2, I am a more is more person. I am not a less is more person, okay? I'm going to throw a bunch of stuff at you. I'm going to give you as much information in this hour and a half that I have, as much as I can. My playbook is open for you. I want to tell you everything that I can. If I could, I'd sit up here and do Q&A with you guys all day long. It's what I love. It's what I want to do. But I don't have that opportunity. I don't have that privilege, so I'm going to try to condense as much as I can in this next hour and a half. So what I want you to do is every time I say something that you're like, ooh, I need to remember that, I want you to put a big star on it. Put a drop of oil on it, I don't really care. Just highlight it, make it stand out to you so you know I need more information about this, okay? I need more information about this. The third thing is that I'm a disruptor. I enjoy the look on your face when you get uncomfortable. It's basically what that means. I like it when I say something that you go, whoa, I haven't heard that before. That's not what I'm learning. She is wrong. You don't know my life. Right? I like that. I want to rub up against what you know. Because if I don't, I'm not doing my job. You're not learning anything. If I'm not teaching you a new way to think about things, you're not learning anything. I'm not doing enough. So, I'm going to say some things today that you might go, ooh, that hurts. I disagree. That's your body telling you to pay attention. I want you to remember those things. Highlight them. I disagree with this. Why? I want you to rethink everything. I want you to leave everything that you've heard behind you outside of these doors, and I want you to walk in here a fresh, new person. We have a brand new relationship today, you and I. And if you do that and you really start to think, why do I believe this? Uh-oh, this is bad news. The Adobe file. Well, no, it's well, there's 2. There's either a PowerPoint or a PDF, because that's how I roll. There's both. Hey, that's Michael. How many were here for Michael's story last year? Good. So I'm going to make you feel uncomfortable today, and I want you to take notice. You don't have to agree with me. You don't have to agree with me at all. But what I do want you to know is what you really believe. I don't want you to take it from somebody else's word. I want you to think, okay, this is rubbing up against me. Why? Why is this making me uncomfortable? And I want you to think about it. Do I really believe this, or is this something that someone has told me to believe? Is this something that I've been conditioned to believe? I realized recently that I believe a whole bunch of stuff from my childhood that I don't really believe recently. Counseling, it's amazing. We should all be going. Okay? So I'm going to say some things today that are fun and funny, and I'm also going to say some things that are hard to hear, and that's okay. You don't have to agree. We can still coexist and have a great relationship even if you don't agree with everything that I say. Is that cool? Yes? All right, I'm here for that. All right, so I wrote a book called Boss Up recently. How many of you guys heard Boss Up? I love this book so much. This book is basically my heart from the last 5-6 years on paper. These are the 10 things that I've seen very successful people do consistently across all kinds of different genres of business, different industries, different kinds of people, different ages, different everything. These 10 things are consistent. If you want success, you need these 10 things. What do you think, Michael? We got I can't see your hands, sorry. He's doing hand signals to me, and I think she's better at that than me. 1 minute. Okay, I'm going to skip ahead here because I want to show you this. It's coming. I can see it. Sorry. Talk amongst yourselves for a second because I want you to see these. I'm going to show you my numbers from last year. You guys good with that? All right, I want you to see it. And I want you to know that my business started on March 25th, 2013. That was the day that I woke up in the middle of the night and I said, hey, if I can make a $700 paycheck without trying, because that is what had happened the month before, I wonder what I could do if I do try. I wonder if I could avoid my husband having a heart attack from stress at work and work with him. I wonder if this could be the thing. And I tell you, on that night, the 25th, I woke up and knew as sure as this is my hand that it was going to work. I knew it. Okay, that's there you go. Crushed it. No, not yet. You don't have it, do you? I can see it down here. Oh, JK. Okay, all right, well, we're going to have some manual slide advancement, I guess. All right, so here's the one that I need, I need the one with the big dollar number on the front. It looks about $1/3 of $1 billion-ish. That's what I want. It's like slide 4. I feel like I should entertain you guys maybe. I'm gonna ride my horse. Should I just tell the numbers? I'm just gonna tell it. All right, this is too much. All right, we good? Oh.
I'm wondering if at this point you just go and tell them what to do. Just go, I don't know what.
There it is. One up, one up, one up, one above it. There it is. Okay, there is a PowerPoint in there though, so I mean, I don't know. Whatever. This is my notes for sure, though. This is definitely not the right one. So there you go. There's my notes. One small piece of each philosophy is coming for you. And the real thing is in the book. All right, here's our totals from last year. Our total sales, $307 million. Biggest month, $37 million in November of last year. Total members, 520,000. Year-over-year growth, still 22% last year in year 6. I'll have you know that I was able to retire from this business last year, and this still happened. How many of you guys think you could do some good with this kind of money? How many of you think that you could have a plan for this kind of money? Just take a second, close your eyes, and let's imagine that your OGV this month, or this year, excuse me, is $1/3 of $1 billion. Just close your eyes. How many of you, with keeping your eyes closed, raise your hand, how many of you would use some of that money and chase another dream? Another dream. Okay, hands down. That's almost all of you. You guys can open your eyes. Almost all of you. I don't want to call anybody out, because if this is your purpose, I'm here for that too. But for most of us, we're entrepreneurial. We love this business. We love this product, and we love what it can do for our life, for the people we love, and for the dreams that we have, correct? So if you will, for the next 90 minutes, go all in on me. Go all in on this talk. You can do this. I am not special. I just knew what I wanted from the beginning, and I did these 10 things very consistently, and I'm going to tell you what they are. You guys ready? All right. Let's go up to think long term. You can scroll up. Number one philosophy is to think long term. These are all in Boss Up, so if there's something that hits you, go get that book and read this chapter. Number one, think long term about your business. Think long term about your business. I need you to give your business a chance to win. So many times we see people in our downline sign up, get really excited about it. They do it for like 13 days, and then something shiny is off in the distance. Look at me. Don't you want to do this? You can own an Etsy shop, right? And you're like, no! Think long term about your business. Don't give up too early. If you're not here for the long run, you're not here for the short run. This is not a toe in the water, maybe situation. This isn't I'm going all in on this, because this is the path to everything I want in my life is right here. So don't give up too early. Don't take everyone's advice, including mine. If it doesn't land on you, if it's not right for you, if it doesn't feel like you, authentically you, the advice is not for you. If, however, it doesn't sound like you because it's scary, that's a different thing. If it feels scary, that's your cue to lean in. If it feels, I don't think I can do that, what will people say? That means that's the path you have to take. That's where you have to go, okay? So give yourself a chance to win by not giving up too early, by not taking everyone's advice. You can't possibly do everything everyone is standing up here saying for the rest of this weekend. You can't. You have to pick and choose. You have to discern what's for you and what is not, okay? Next one is pick a direction and stick with it. Pick a direction. Where are you going? What do you want out of this? You can't give up after 13 days. You just can't. It's not going to work. We all just think it's just going to be easy. Here's what I hear. Why isn't it as easy for me as it was for you? Nope. Wrong. I just started working on it earlier. I knew I was going to be on this stage when I was 23 years old, sitting in an audience of an event much like this. I knew it. I knew this is where I wanted to go. I knew I wanted to make audiences feel the way I felt sitting in that seat in that arena that day. I knew it. I started at 23. I didn't find Young Living until I was, 34? 33? I was 33 when I found Young Living. So it was a lot of years between there where I had worked on building my own business because I knew that's what I wanted to do. But if you didn't, why are you comparing your right now to my 15, 20 years down the road? That's not fair to you. You are doing yourself a disservice. Don't get caught up in minutia. I have never seen a culture of people get more caught up in minutia than MLM people, okay? And that's just honest truth. They will do everything to be seen, right? We've got these leaders that are out there like, well, I posted first. Well, do you want a cookie? Like, they're gonna get the information somewhere. It doesn't make you less of a leader because you weren't there at 1 a.m. when Young Living decided to make it live, right? True story though, right? You don't need to post first. You don't need to worry about what that leader did over here for her people, so you're not as good. Let her do her thing. She's not doing it at you. She's doing it for her people. It's what she can provide. You need to be over here in your own lane, not worrying about who sees me as a leader. You'll be seen. Let your success do that. Not, I'm going to be the one that sacrifices all my time with everything that I love so that I can be seen as a leader online by people I will never meet in my entire life. It doesn't make sense. We're focusing on the wrong things. Another thing that I see that's minutia is getting caught up in the idea that you have to have all the answers before you can take a step. And you do not. You do not. There is nothing wrong with saying, I don't know, let me look it up. In fact, how awesome is it to hear someone that you ask a question to who's like, hey, I'll do my best to find you the answers. I don't have them all because I spend my time doing other things. I love this product. It comes with a little bit of a learning curve. If you have questions, I promise you I will help you find the answer, but I'm not an encyclopedia, okay? I don't know all of this, and that's okay. There are leaders who will shame you into believing you have to have it all and you have to do it all 100% and you have to live this lifestyle and it needs to look like this, otherwise you're doing it wrong, and that is bullshit. No, you do not. You just need to start pushing buttons. Just push all the buttons. When I do this, this happens. When I do that, that happens. If I want that result again, I'm just going to keep pushing this button. But you don't know until you do it. Stop worrying about what everyone else is doing and focus on yourself, your own downline, and what you're doing here. Okay? All right. Next thing is to think about where you're going. Where are we going down the road? And I'm not talking about when I hit gold or when I hit platinum. I'm talking about down the road. You've got enough to never have to work a day in your life again. What are you doing? What are you doing with your time? Do you have a plan? You need a plan. I like these people right here. It's like, when you're in church, it's like, preach, sister, yes. Amen. Are you an entrepreneur or a freelancer? Here's the difference. A freelancer is the person whose purpose is wellness and abundance through Young Living. They love it so much. They love being at all the things. They love having all the friends that are in here. They love the community that it's given them. They get a huge high off of helping other people live a better life, a life that is free from all the things that they're running away from. That's what they want. They want nothing more to be a Young Living distributor and do it for their whole life, and then they hope that their friends and family will follow them just like they did it. There is nothing wrong with that. There is also the idea that if you're an entrepreneur, you have a plan to scale your business so that you no longer have to be there, and it continues to grow. It continues to bring you money. That is residual income. There is nothing wrong with either choice. Nothing wrong with either choice. And as leaders, why would we hold our people back from that idea of being able to use this as a vehicle to get where we want to go? Why would we hold people back out of our own selfishness? When we say things like, where are you today? Or why aren't you showing up today? Or we're confronting people who are not doing the thing we want them to do, which is work to build our rank. We are focused on ourselves and not our customers. We're not doing the best for them. What we should want is the best for our people. And we should understand that our people don't want the same things we do. So if you're a Young Living lifer, I think you're awesome, okay? I respect the hell out of the people that have been doing this 25 years. I watch them, and I just think they have loved something like this for 25 years of their life. That's a huge portion of your life dedicated to this. They love it. I'm okay with that. But you also have to be okay with the people who love this company, love what it can do for their business, but also have other dreams too. I never dreamed of being a Royal Crown. Never. That's not what I wanted. I wanted the freedom that was behind that title. That's why I don't put my titles on things. If you go to my social media, you don't see Royal Crown Diamond, because I'm not here for that. I don't need that. I don't need those eyes. What I want to do is affect people in business, and I do that by doing this right here. We have a conversation. We talk to each other. We relate to each other. We connect with each other. We come up with new ideas to get to the place we're going. It's going to look different for all of us, and that's okay, okay? So think about where you're going. Is this your purpose or your vehicle? You better know. You better know, and it's okay. I often feel like I have to hide the fact that Young Living was my vehicle, and that's because some people want me to be working. But do they want me to be working for me or for them? It's for them. They want me to be doing what they want me to do so they grow faster. But I can't live a life for other people, and neither can you. So you better be crystal clear about what you want out of your business. And finally, is it meeting needs? Is it meeting needs? Is what you're doing meeting needs? There are 6 human needs. I'm going to tell them slowly because I want you guys to know them. Number 1 is certainty and comfort. Certainty and comfort. It's a human need. We all have it. These 6 combination, all of us are made up of these 6 needs. It just comes in a different level of hierarchy, right? Some are more important than others. So the first one, certainty and comfort. Number 2, uncertainty and variety. So we have a need for certainty, to know our house is not going to burn down at any time. But we also have a need for uncertainty. That's why we travel, take adventures, do wild things, jump out of airplanes that are perfectly good and not broken. Right? That's uncertainty. We also have a need for significance. Number 3 is significance. Number 4, love and connection. These are all personality needs, those 4 things. I'm going to say them one more time. Certainty and comfort. Uncertainty and variety. Significance. Love and connection. On the spiritual side, we need growth and we need contribution. Growth and contribution. So you can imagine when someone comes to you and is frustrated to tears about not being able to grow, why isn't my business growing? That it is threatening one of their 6 human needs. They need to grow, so we can understand why they're upset about it. We can understand why there's so many cat fights within us, because we need this business. This business is satisfying our needs. And if it goes away or something happens, I'm screwed, right? So we understand. I understand why people are so emotionally connected to their business, especially in something like this. We grew this baby from the ground up. I need to know that it's going to be here. I need the growth. I need the contribution. I need the love and the connection. I need the significance. I need the uncertainty, and I need the certainty. If you can find an activity that has 3 of these needs, any 3, you can become addicted to it. So you will imagine my surprise when about 2 years in, my husband sits me down and goes, "You told me to give you 2 years to build this business. It's been 2 years. You did a great job. You're a workaholic." And I said, "You don't know my life." And then I do what I did, and that was like not speak to him for 24 hours. You go about your business in the house, and like when I get really mad, I clean shit. Like I just clean like crazy when I'm mad. I'm not talking to you. Talk to you about that later, right? But like at night, you're laying there and you're like, "Oh, I think he's right." which you never want to say to Michael Moreno. It doesn't feel good. But he was right. And I had to go get counseling to help me gain this perspective about my business, which is that it's meeting a lot of my needs, but I am not living the kind of life that I want to live. I'm not living a life that's consistent to what I say I want, right? So, what of those 6 needs tonight at your own time are most important to you? Most important to you. I would also be asking the people that you work with what their human needs look like. What do they need in what order? They are serving you up on a platter what they want you to give them. All you have to do is ask. But you better know first, because you're going to make a lot of decisions that could be really, really bad for your business if you think one of these 6 things is getting away from you, one that's really important to you. If it starts to get a little uncomfortable, well, I'm a certainty person, I need a lot of certainty, it's getting really uncomfortable, I'm out, right? You have to set up, there we go. You have to set up a system that's going to help people feel these things. You need to set up a system for yourself that helps meet your greatest needs, not someone else's greatest needs, not what your upline tells you that it is, not what somebody standing on this stage tells you that it is, what it is. Your values are your values. Nothing you can do about that. I'll tell you that my value is shameful. I'm ashamed of what my value is, my highest value. My highest value, and this is true, higher over any person, is my business. It's what I was born for. It's what I love. It's what I will continue to do until I feel like it's time for me to stop. That's just who I am. I don't need to be ashamed of how God made me. God made me this way on purpose so that I could be standing on this stage right now talking to you at this exact moment, because maybe you need to hear what I'm going to say, right? There's no shame in whatever your values are, in whatever you need, but you need to be aware that often we get stuck in these human needs. We will even make horrible choices to get our needs met. If our needs are not getting met all over the place, and I just feel desperate, if I hold a gun to someone's head, am I certain they're going to do what I say? You bet. Am I getting something new, a new experience from holding a gun to someone's head? Uncertainty, check. Am I significant in that person's life right now? Oh, you bet I am. Is this making me significant in this person's life? Yep. Am I getting connection to another human being? Yes. All those things are why people make terrible decisions. They're just trying to get their needs met. And if you can see it through that lens, you can change your mind about the things that people are doing that are so annoying you can't take it. Right? They're just different than us. They're not getting their needs met. Can you create something where people can come and feel these things? They will never leave you. Your attrition will go down significantly if you can create an environment where these things are present. Can you build it for yourself? Okay? Next one, number 2, be unapologetically yourself. Sorry about my notes. Be unapologetically yourself. It's up a little bit. We're now on number 6. Go back up. In case you want to know what was coming, here's your preview. Number 2, there you go. Number 2, be unapologetically yourself. I don't know, we're still on the notes here. I don't know what's happening. You know what, just turn it off. I'm good. I'm good. All right. When I say be unapologetically yourself, I mean all in who you are. Weird freak flag and everything. You don't have to tell everyone every secret in your life on social media. No, you don't. There's plenty of things that I do not share on social media. But I still share a lot. I still share things I should probably be embarrassed of, right? Because it's just who I am. And what I don't want is for you guys to put me on this pedestal. Because I'll tell you, there's no place to go but down when you do that. What I want you to see is just a normal girl who has normal problems, doing normal things just like you do, that also built a huge business And what I want you to take from that is that you can do it too. I am not special. I can't explain that to you guys enough so that you will believe me, except for that just watch my stories for 24 hours and you will know. My side table is a mess. My kids are crazy. I get overwhelmed. Sometimes I yell. It's just who I am. I'm trying to be a better person every day, but there's no use in me pretending to be a perfect version because all that does is set me up to fall. And you guys, this action right here does not hold people with you, does not keep people. And there's a lot of leaders who they're here just for the pedestal. We see you, Simba, you are amazing, right? Like, we get it. You are awesome. You have done what we want to do. That is no reason for a pedestal. They're just normal people. So you don't need to feel sad about walking up to say hi to them. Do not apologize for walking up to say hi to them. You don't have to. They're just people. If they don't want to talk to you, they can set that boundary. They can tell you. But you should be going to talk to whoever you want to. You should be saying hi to whoever you want to. But don't put them on a pedestal. Don't for 1 second believe that they're different than you, because they're not. We are all really more alike than we are different. Recently, last year actually, I was watching the Wimbledon. Anybody see the match between Serena and Naomi Osaka last year? Okay. So Serena Williams is the best athlete in the world, I think. Suck it, Tom Brady. Yeah, that feels good. We should just say that again. Suck it, Tom Brady. Sorry to all of you Patriots fans. I've seen him too many times in the Super Bowl. I'm over it. Okay. So Serena Williams is the best athlete in the entire world. She is a veteran. She's been doing it for what feels like 1,000 years. And she can't be beat. She's amazing. So she comes up in the finals of the Wimbledon against a brand newbie named Naomi Osaka, the cutest little young thing in the world. And she's like, Serena! I have her posters on my wall when I was growing up, right? She loves her. Her whole life she's been thinking, Wimbledon, Serena Williams, finals, that's what I want. And she makes it there out of nowhere. She makes it there. So these two are fighting a battle at Wimbledon last year. And wouldn't you know, Naomi Osaka starts to go ahead. And Serena loses her mind. She's throwing rackets on the floor, and because she's a beast, it explodes into billions of pieces on the floor. Right? She's like, boom! And the audience is like, yeah! Right? They love her. She's the favorite. She's been around forever. Everybody loves Serena. So they're cheering Serena real hard. She loses it. She ends up losing points. She gets points deducted. She ends up losing the match fair and square. Naomi Osaka beats her hero in the finals at Wimbledon. And Serena is a mess. And the crowd, as it's ceremony time, they're handing her the cup, right? And the crowd starts to boo. I know. Every time I see somebody lose in a sporting match, you guys, I feel legitimately sad for that team. So I'm feeling sad, but she's winning, and I'm somehow feeling sad for her. They're booing her. So she takes it, and she stands, and they put the mic in front of her, and she puts her head down, and she starts to cry, and she goes, I'm sorry it had to end this way. Thank you for watching the match. I almost died right there watching it. I said to myself, did she just apologize for beating the best athlete on the planet in a sport she signed up to play, worked real hard at, showed up in England to do that? Did she really apologize? Yeah, she did. You do not apologize for your wins. You are not winning at other people. Your wins do not hurt other people. If they choose to be hurt, that is their issue and not yours. If you are making yourself small to make others feel big, you are doing them a disservice. You are enabling terrible behavior. When someone else wins, they're not winning at you. Nope. They are just taking the success they have waited and worked for themselves. We should cheer them the loudest. If they are on your team, love them for what they're doing. If they are on another team, love them for what they are doing because they are not your competition. You have believed the lie that the other distributors in this room are your competition, and they are not. You Preach, girl. I'm about to have some dancing in the aisles. Your competition is Target, Walgreens, Amazon, wherever people can get it quick and easy. That's your competition. If you are letting somebody else's win say something about you, you are focusing on the wrong thing. Your business will not win. And when you get there, if it does win, people will not want to be around you. It's not fun. Nobody wants to be around that person that competes with them all the time. We don't need to do that. Ladies, we do not need to do that. Can we agree? They are not your competition. Love them every time they win. And you know what? When you win, they will lift you up on your chair and scream as loud as they can for you. You just have to go first. We are not in competition with each other. You are enough. Who you are right now is enough. You already have everything you need to hit the goals that you want to hit. You don't have to be somebody different. You don't have to be the version of you that your upline wants you to be. You don't have to be the version of you that your downline wants you to be. All you have to do is show up as who you are every single day. Recently, when we were going through the idea of Boss Up, we were talking about cover. And I went on my Instagram live. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, the lives are just like pure gold. It'll make you feel better about your life, I promise. So I get on live, and I was like, look, my publisher is telling me that they want me to like put my full body on the cover of a book that will last forever. Tears. I can't tell you how much I did not want to do that. I am not what I think a book cover spokesman should be, right? I am not wearing size 0 jeans. I am wearing a size XXL t-shirt. I don't look like the normal person on the front of a book, and I got super scared. Oh my gosh, what if they look at it and they think, oh my God, I don't want to buy this book. She can't get her weight together. How's she going to get her business together? Right? How many of you guys have stopped yourself from taking a photo and posting it, posting a live, going live, talking to people because you were afraid of what you would look like? Guess I'm not alone. You can't be something other than this, and you can't change your face. I mean, technically, I guess you can. Please don't. That never comes out good. All of a sudden, you come out looking like a jungle cat. Woo, here I am, right? Right? Though? They have like a lion mouth, correct? I think I saw you on Discovery last week. If your face, your jean size, what you look like, how long your hair is, what color it is, how curly it is, what you wear in it, offends someone, they need to get the F out. Those are not your people. Let them be someone else's problem. Goodbye. If your face offends them, they were never yours. Let them go be with someone whose face is a little less offensive. I'm so sorry for your life. Right? You're enough. We need more you and less product. More you, less product. We know what the bottles look like. We know you're the oil lady. Give us some you. Let me trust you. Let me connect to you. And when that happens and I decide, hey, I wonder if an oil could help, I know to call you. I already know. You've told me 7,000 times in your feed. Right? It's just one post after another, and it's the same thing. Maybe this is going to be the one. I'm throwing something at the wall. Maybe this is going to be the one. Nobody responded. Delete it. Start over. I'm a huge failure. I'm not going to do this anymore. No. All you can be is who you are. More you, less product. That you are what sells this product. It's not the product. You have to be as good as what's inside that bottle. You are its representative. Just show up. Just show up and let the people who here for it stay, and let the people that are not go. You don't need them. Don't fight over them. Do not, for God's sake, do not fight for them. You don't need them, okay? You are enough. Next one. I don't even know why I have this in my hand. Oh, my God. Woo! It's that kind of day. All right, next one. Do not lie to your customers. So many, the list goes on. This is all the things that are going to happen to you when you so much as get near a bottle of oil. Well, that's not going to work for them. They're out. Do not lie to your customers about what they should expect. It is not a miracle. It's great. It's going to help your health. They are amazing. Some of them smell terrible, some smell great. It's really Russian roulette, so open them up and let's go. How happy are you when you get that starter kit and the person who enrolled you told you the truth about what they were going to smell like when they came? Because I got them, and I swear to you, I thought they were going to be like Bath & Body Works. I was going to be like coconut lime verbena, Like, plumeria. And then I smelled dye-dries, and I was like, whoa. Wish someone had set me up for that one. Actually, my best dye-dry story was when I first started using oils, Michael had really bad reflux. And I was like, oh, I got you, right? At that time, I was like, oh, come to mama, I got you on this, right? And he was like super not into it. He was like calling me a witch and all kinds of stuff at that time. And I was like, I promise it's going to work. Take this, just drink it down. And when Michael gets, so he's allergic to cilantro is what it is. And when he's had a lot of that, he has an entire night where he just pukes his entire life out of his mouth. And I said, just drink it. I think it's going to help. I heard it's magic. So just go right down the hatch. And he does, because he trusts me and he loves me. And the next morning, he wakes me up and his eyes are literally bloodshot, all of them. And he's like, I hate you. All I taste is dirt. I just threw up dirt and dye-dries all night, and if I smell that again in my house, I will literally divorce you. And I was like on his pillow. I'll take that. Go to work. See ya. Don't lie to your customers. Fastest way to lose them is to lie to them, because they're going to find out. They're going to find out, like they did with Lance Armstrong. The man was putting people in debt and in jail left and right over blood doping. And my husband, I just sounds like I rag on him all the time. He just has the best stories. I love him to death. I love him to death. When we first got together, he wore the yellow Live Strong bracelet. I was like, nice bracelet. And he was like, it's not about the bike, man, right? He loved Lance Armstrong. And so to mess with him, I would call him a blood doper all the time. And Michael, boy, he would go to bat for that guy. He loved him. And then it turns out he was blood doping the whole time. And he got caught. And he had this great charity where he was bringing a ton of awareness to really great causes and cancer and helping people and making it a thing where we don't have to wear a stupid pink ribbon all the time. Like, he was doing great things. And then he got caught lying. And once that trust went out the window, his charity was worth nothing. It was worth millions. And now it's worth nothing because he lied. It's not that the product is any less good. It's that they don't trust him anymore, and trust matters. Trust matters. So don't lie to your customer. Imperfection is connection. Imperfection is connection. The more imperfection you go forward with, the more people think, that girl's like me. And if she likes oils, then I probably would too. But if you never get to that place because you're too busy shaming people for whatever's in their house, or you're too busy telling people how important you are or how busy you are, or you're too busy spamming people with all of your products about your posts about your product, they're never going to know that. Imperfection equals connection. And finally, on this point, you need to create your own content. Create your own content. That means that you must spend time sitting down, sitting in front of a notebook, and creating posts about you and about your product and about what you do and what you love and what you're passionate about and all the facets of you. It's not enough to just say, this person did it, I'm just going to copy and paste it. Copy and paste does not create Royal Crown Diamonds, I promise. I promise. It's easy. So, a lot of things are easy. We all do them. It's the things that are hard that we don't all do. Okay? So, if you need help creating content, I did a class last year called the Social Media Takeover. Did anybody take the Social Media Takeover? All right. It was a kick-ass class, if I do say so myself. But inside of that class, I give you 365 ideas, one for every single day of the year, for you to create content based on who you are so that you can connect with your people. So if you need help creating content, if you need help learning how to storytell, if you need help learning how to take a selfie, the Social Media Takeover is here for you. You can get information by going to lindsaytmevents.com. lindsaytmevents.com. This is where I'd put a slide up for you to take a picture of, but it ain't here, so please write it down. lindsaytmevents.com if you need help with social media, because I'm not going to go into social media today. Cool? All right, number 3, tell stories and connect through feeling. Tell stories and connect through feeling. I can already hear the murmur. I think you guys think I'm going to tell Michael's story, but I'm not. We are hardwired for story. It's why I talk about it so much, because story is the lost art of MLM. It's what we're missing. We can talk facts and figures and constituents and sesquiterpenes all day, but we're not talking about what actually matters, because people don't care about that when they buy a starter kit. What they care about is that it's going to meet their needs. And the way that you tell them it does that is by telling stories. Telling stories about your life, about that product, about what it looks like, about what your life looks like. Those are the things that work, okay? Your kids might watch the same movie over and over again. I have seen the movie Frozen so many times that I actually broke the DVD. I broke it. Not a proud mom moment. I really don't care. Haven't had to listen to Let It Go since. It was amazing. We are not dislike our children. We like stories. There's this thing called mirroring, where when I tell you a story, the same parts of my brain that light up when I'm telling it are the same parts of your brain that light up when you hear it. And when that happens, you're more likely to remember it. Way more likely to remember it, okay? So you should be telling everything in story form. You should be talking in story form. If you're not sure why a speaker, whether their talk is not landing on you, perhaps there weren't enough stories. Perhaps it was just bullet notes. And bullet notes are great, but they don't help you remember it. My goal is that you walk out of here with enough stories that you're going to remember that 25% from this talk. That's what I want, by telling you guys enough good stories. So I always tell Michael's story at this time, because this is the story that sold me a marriage. And but I told it last year. How many of you guys have not heard the Michael story? Have not heard it? Well, I was going to tell you my most humiliating moment, but I guess I'll tell Michael's. All right, let's take a vote. If you want to hear Michael's story at Target, scream for me now. If you want to hear my most humiliating moment, let's hear it. Dang! All right, I'm going to tell it to you. This story is inappropriate, just like the other. So it's a blanket prepare right now. If you are uncomfortable with vaginas, now is the time to leave. We all have them. It's okay. No one's going to judge you. You can leave. All right. Here is my most humiliating moment. And I hope you remember this when you think of me. Truly, I do, because I want you to know that I'm just a regular girl who gets herself stuck in situations just like you do. Okay, so when I first married Michael, I decided, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get a Brazilian wax. Because that's what you do, right? So I decided, I'm going to go get a Brazilian wax and then ta-da, right? Surprise! And he's going to be like, you're a goddess and I love you. Let's stay together forever, right? So I started getting Brazilian waxes when I got married. And then about 6 months into our marriage, I got pregnant with twins. I'm just saying. And what they don't tell you at the wax place is that when you're pregnant, this whole situation becomes not yours. And it doesn't feel the same as it did before. And I went in there to go get my wax, and I went to a new place because I thought, well, it's closer to my house. I'm super tired all the time. Got these 2 babies growing in here. I don't really want to drive all the way 25 minutes to go get this done, so I'm just going to go to this new place that's in my neighborhood. And I show up there, and I'm like, I'd like a Brazilian wax. And they asked me some weird question at first that made me go, why are you asking me that? Isn't this how everybody does it? A Brazilian is a Brazilian, right? And she asked me the question, and I kind of blew it off, okay, well, maybe this is this is what they do. I don't know. So I go back to the room, and she lays me down, and you're just laying there with a shirt on and nothing else, and it's just humiliating. But you lay there, and they start to apply the wax, right? And they do they take it on a popsicle stick, and they rub it against you. Who has not been waxed here? Not been waxed. Let's just say it. Who has not been waxed? Never go. You're the smart ones. So I'm laying there. I was like, let's get this done, right? Let's go. And she takes the wax on a popsicle stick, and it's usually hot wax where you're you just kind of do ooh, that's hot. And she does the thing, but it's not hot. It's cool. So as she pulls, it's just randomly pulling some hair out with it. The whole thing. She covers the whole thing in wax. I said, do you come here often? And she goes, I swear to you, first day. So at that point, I was like, I hate my husband. Because this is not going to go well. The wax has to be hot for the strips to stick to it, just so we're clear. So she starts, and skilled estheticians will give you one quick, right? And you just breathe it in. You do some breathing that you learned the last time you were pregnant. And you move on to the next strip, and in about 15 minutes, it's done. So she starts moving, but she's not getting it all the way off. And I am literally crying tears of pain. Like, it really hurt. Like, I have a pretty decent high pain tolerance. I had never had this problem with waxing before. This was next level. So she's pulling all these wax strips off, and she's like, it's not coming off. So she's like, all right, she kind of did it, and halfway through, I was like, all right. How can we get this off? And she's like, oh, the greatest thing is that it's water soluble. So you just go home and then just get in the shower, and it'll wash off. And I am so stupid, you guys. I was like, so she's like, okay, I'm just going to put some, like, toner or whatever the freak, I don't even know, on your vagina for a second. And this is going to make it feel better. So she does the thing, and there's just cotton ball all over. Olaf showed up to play. I wish this was not true. Okay. So she says, just go home and wash it off, right? And I'm like, okay. I go out and I was like, I'm not going to pay for that. But I'm also a people pleaser, so I was like, give her a 25% tip. So I go home, and I'm running through the house, right? Like, this is the most uncomfortable I've ever been in my life down here. Running through the house to the bathroom, I turn on the shower, and I jump in, and I'm like, wait a minute. It's not working. And at this point, the wax has started to harden. And I'm all together in here. And I was like, this is really the opposite of what I was going for, like literally the opposite of what I was going for. So I went to Google, because what else do you do? And Google's like, hey, don't worry, Lindsay, just get out some of that acetone fingernail polish remover. And I'm so stupid. I did it. And then I was like, and then I started to get real scared, because, like, I was together down here. It's supposed to be 2 parts, and it's 1. So, I look up on the internet again, and it said, you need baby oil. And I swear to you, I am like a ravenous animal. I'm pulling everything out of everything. Where's the baby oil? We don't have any. Why would we? We didn't have babies. So I called my very best friend, and I said, I don't know what you're doing right now, but I'm going to tell you what I'm doing, and that's standing at my front door waiting for you to show up here with a bottle of baby oil. And she goes, well, I was on my way to school, and I was like, skip it. And she did, and I swear to you, she So she comes to the door, and she's got it, right? She's like so confused, because I was like, just get it and get here, right? She's all the way in Tempe. I live in Chandler. Get here. She shows up to the front door, and I swing open the door, and I'm standing there totally pantsless. And I was like, hey, give me that. And she's like, what the hell is happening? So I told her the story, and I want you to know that should your vagina ever get glued together, I bet you could use the Young Living massage oil. Oh, I love you guys for laughing with me. I have not gotten waxed since then, hand to God. Sorry about it, Michael. So tell your stories. Even the worst ones are connecting you and I right now. It's working as you see it. We are connected because I'm the girl who does dumb things. And so are you, and so are we all. So can we just agree to just say it? Okay, just say it. A story isn't a mystery. There are 5 parts to a story. You learned it in junior high. I'm going to teach it to you again. It looks like a little teepee. That's it. At the beginning, you've got the background. This is what happened. Michael and I are married. I decided to get waxed. Then we have rising action. Went into a new place. Girl did not know what the hell she was doing. Climax. Calling a friend for baby oil with your vagina together. Falling action. It works, right? And then we have our conclusion. I will never do that again. 5 parts to a story. You have to tell them all. Too often we see people just tell the beginning of a story. And these are the people that always have problems. Constantly in need of head patting and back rubbing. Everything's terrible for these people. There's just a lot of problems, but there's never any solution. It's just one complaint after the next, and that does not attract people to your business. Then we have people telling just the end of a story. The end of the story are the people that take absolutely perfect pictures of their gorgeous, perfect house that's in Home and Garden magazine this month, and that inexplicably has children that sleep 17 hours a night, wake up with their hair perfectly done, take naps on command in tiny cherub poses. I don't know about you guys, but when my kids were sleeping, I actually tried to breathe quieter to get out of the room. Please don't wake up, right? My kids are not asleep when I'm standing above them taking a picture. Those people are not inspiring to follow because everything is perfect and we don't connect to their story. They have chosen to only show the perfect, and that's okay, but it's not enough. It's not enough. If you want the level of success that gives you the freedom to do whatever you want to do, you need to go forward with who you are. Tell the stories and connect to people through feelings. Number 4, brand consistency matters. Brand consistency matters. You need to make a plan to stand out. If you have not read Getting Noticed, if you want to get noticed online, that's the book for you. It's short. It's like 80 pages. You can read it in like 2 hours. It's meant to be short. It's meant to get you out there and get working. But it will help you learn what you need to do to remain brand consistent. Because what we have is people all over the map. See me over here, see me over here, see me over here. And that's not working to get attention because people just kind of like cruise right past your stuff because it doesn't look like it's from you. It doesn't look like it's yours. We're sharing everything. What you share should be consistent. It should look like you. You should have people sending you stuff on the internet that they find saying, this reminded me of you. I think you would like this. That means you've been brand consistent enough for people to take notice and then connect to you when you're not even talking to them. It's an amazing thing. Be brand consistent. Be consistent across all platforms. You can't be one person over here and another person over here. It's just not going to work for you. Pick an avatar. Who are you talking to all the time? I want a very specific person that you are speaking to every single day. When I write on social media, I write to one person. One person. She looks kind of like I did at about 33 years old. She was busy. She's tired all the time. She's got a lot of things on her plate. There's not enough money to go around. She wants more for her life. She wears leggings every single day and downs gallons of Chick-fil-A sauce. That's who she is. That's who she is. That's who I talk to every single day. I think of her every single time I'm writing. And not all of the people that follow me are that person, but it feels consistent to them to hear me speaking to that one person because they have been able to connect to it. So pick an avatar. Pick one person. Number 5, use the unsales tactic. Use the unsales tactic. The unsales tactic is really about putting your customer first no matter what. Putting your customer first no matter what. In a culture that puts a paycheck first, it's about putting your customer first. In a culture where it's okay to ask people to buy extra products so they can make rank, that's not putting the customer first. It's not. That is about money and about rank and power and not about the customer. And I promise you, customers see it. They see everything because you are always interviewing. You are always interviewing. So be socially aware. People want steps and scripts and exacts because those things are easy. Those things will not get you there. You cannot use the words of someone else. They have to be yours. If you need help writing, go take a writing class. There's no shame in that. Go do anything that you have to do so that you are capable of creating your own content. You are smarter than you're giving yourself credit for. You can do hard things. Create your own content. Be socially aware. Stop looking for the easy way. It's going to be hard. The only way you're prepared to be the person that accepts the success and doesn't kick it out the window the second that they get it is if you do hard things on the way up. That's it. It's not going to be easy. Don't let anyone lie to you. It's going to be hard. I promise you it is. Entrepreneurship is hard. It's testing in every way because it means a lot to us. We are emotionally connected to what we do. Don't you dare take it away from me, right? So that's okay. Be connected to it. Be connected to it, but stop looking for the easy way. Take the hard way on purpose. What matters more than anything when it comes to sales is one thing only, and that is confidence. If I walk out on stage and I stand like this in front of you, or I stand like this in front of you, it's a 2 millimeter difference in my posture, but it means something totally different. My confidence is what you will respond to. I walk out here and I know what I'm going to say to you and I believe it 100%. You are more likely to believe it. In fact, you are 24% more likely to close a sale if you are confident than if you are not. It is the number one indicator of a good salesperson is simply confidence. That's it. So when you walk into a room, most people walk into a room and they're like, don't see me, right? I'm just going to slip in the back. I don't want to talk to that many people because I don't know these people and I don't know how to do small talk yet, so I'm just going to slip in the back, right? What I want you to do is walk in a room like this. Right? Someone's going to be like, who's that girl? I want to know what she's up to, right? That is what people want to get on board with, is this. Shoulders back, eyes above the foreheads of everyone in the room when you walk in, and they will give you respect just because of your posture. I swear to you, it's true. If you walk in like this, with your eyes above them, they will automatically give you the power in the room. If you want to convince someone to do something, you need that power. You need to be the one that's the expert. So walk into every room confident. You can also power pose. Stand like this, right? There's a few of them. If you look at the cover of Boss Up, I'm standing in a power pose position, which is standing behind a desk, and I have my hands on it, and I'm leaning forward as if to say, I've got what you need. Why don't you get in here and get some of this, right? It's on purpose. It's on purpose. If I stand in the front of my book like this, or if I'm like, right? Or I'm like, look at my perfect curls. That's a different thing. This says, take advice from me. I'm here to help you. This says, I deserve the respect and I command the attention. Walk into a room confident. I promise you it will change you. The thing that stops us is one thing: fear. Fear stops all of us, and we are afraid of everything. Are we not? We're afraid of everything. What we fear, we draw near. What you fear in your life is what you are constantly focused on and thinking about. That's what you're drawing near to you. So my husband grew up extremely poor, and now we are not. That transition has been a difficult one for him because he still has this poor man's mentality where he sweats and gets nervous to look at the balance in our bank account. We have been able to pay our bills and a lot more for many years. But he's afraid. What if we lose it all? We need to, stockpile it away. What if we lose it all? And that could lead him to making some really bad decisions. It could also lead him to being a self-fulfilling prophecy if he's not careful. What you fear, you will draw near. So I want you to just face it. Yes, I was poor when I was a kid. Yes, I'm afraid that it could go. I am. But I'm going to look it in the eye, and I'm going to make sure that doesn't happen. It's when you run away that fear eventually will catch up to you. That thing's got unbelievable stamina. It's going to be there when you stop running, I promise. Right? It's going to be there. What you fear is what you draw near. Stop focusing on what you're fearful of, and let that feeling of fear, nervousness, be excitement. There's no difference in your body physiologically between nervousness and excitement. So every time I'm about to speak, right when I'm back there, I say to myself, I am so excited. I am so excited because my body doesn't know the difference between scared and excited. Clammy hands, nervousness, shaking. When I'm really excited, I get that. When I'm really scared, I get that. It's the same thing. You don't need to be worried about that. Here's one thing that helped me kind of get over my fears, and that was the universal law of polarity. The universal law of polarity says that for every good thing, there is an equal bad thing. So every good thing that you want in your life, when that happens, equally, there's a bad thing that will happen. Good, bad, success, failure. There is no one thing without the other in our universe. So what I do is I ask myself these questions. What are the benefits? If what I'm fearing happens, what are the benefits in my life? And I'm not talking about list 1 or 2. I'm talking 50. I want you to list 50 benefits to your life if what you fear actually happens. Because there are 50. I promise you there are. And once you do that, you will no longer be afraid. It's amazing. My counselor walks me through it all the time. Okay, tell me the benefits. So I rattle them off, and he goes, now how do you feel? Fine. Truly, it will change your mindset. List the benefits or the drawbacks. What are the drawbacks of having everything that you want? What are the drawbacks for you? What are the drawbacks for your family? What are the drawbacks for the people that you know? Okay? What are the drawbacks? Number 6, put your positive pants on. Put your positive pants on. We are the most blessed women. I'm just going to speak to the women right now. We are the most blessed group of women on this planet. We get to do anything we want to. If we want to build a business, we can do that. We want to go get educated, we can do that. We are so blessed, and yet we sit around complaining about what we don't have all the time. And I am over it. We are so blessed. Can't you just be excited about that? Can't we just be positive about what we get to do? You get to work today. So many women around our world that do not get to do that. They don't have the option. What if that was you and you had no ability to go get the things that you want? God, that would feel terrible. Remember the reasons that you should be grateful today. You are always interviewing, always. Recently, I did an event, and I had a speaker that came to speak at my event, and she was super nice to me, but she was super mean to my entire staff. I will never have her back at my event again. She did a great job. She over-delivered everything she promised. She was just a jerk to other people and people that don't have the power that she thinks that she deserves, and I'm not here for that. You are always interviewing. If you believe that, people will find that out. They will see it. If you are having fights on the internet about religion and whatever else it is, you name the taboo topic, if you are having huge fights on the internet about that, people are not going to be coming to you with their sensitive health issues. I promise you. You got to stay out of that stuff. Stop having fights with people on the internet. We're not changing our minds from a post on Instagram. If it's a fundamental belief, it's going to take a whole lot more than some statistics to change people's minds. Stop fighting with people online. It's not attractive, and it's not what people want to be a part of. Okay? All right. Number 7, keep learning. You are here. I think that's amazing. You should be getting to at least 2 events in person. I put 2 events into our budget every single year. 1 for professional development and 1 for personal development. The same thing should be true for you guys. There's just something different about sitting in the audience, right? You and I can actually look at each other and connect and see each other, and we leave knowing more and remembering, retaining more when we're in person than when we're online. Online is convenient. It's great for people that need to be at home or have to be at home or have a lot of things. That's great for them. But if you can, get in person, get to an event, they matter. Get your people to an event. It's the best way to retain them, okay? Retention, I created events for my team only for retention. It wasn't because I couldn't teach them online. It wasn't because what we were doing online wasn't working. It was just and only for retention. If you want your people to stay, get in front of them, okay? Be coachable. I have a tattoo on my ankle right here that is what I call a spite tattoo. I got this tattoo when I had a boyfriend when I was 18. I turned 21 years old. I was in San Diego, and I had a boyfriend at the time who said, "Oh, no, you can't go get a tattoo." I was like, "Oh, okay." I don't care, put it on me. I did. I have a shooting star on my ankle that looks the combination of a whip and a snake. Inexplicable. It's ugly as hell. But I sure did get it put on me because nobody's going to tell me what to do. I was an idiot. I wasn't coachable. I was too busy being stubborn. Be coachable. Let people tell you things that rub up against you, and then really think, why does this bother me? Why is this pushing up against what I believe? Do I actually believe that? Do some self-analysis. Figure out what you really do believe and stop listening to what everybody else tells you you should believe, okay? Keep learning. Number 8, understand why you do what you do. Understand why. Simon Sinek did a great talk on this. And he talks about, you got to start with why and then end with how. He said the best companies on the planet start with why. People connect to that idea. They become emotionally connected to the brand, and then they buy their products. Not because of what the product is, but because of why they do it. And if you can communicate to your people why you are doing what you are sitting in this room to do, they're going to be following you. You have to connect to them on an emotional level. Maybe your story is similar. Maybe you've gone through some of the same things that they have. They need your story to know that, and you for sure have to know why you are in this room. Because it's not enough because there's pressure for you to be here. It's not enough because somebody wants you to. It's not enough because you feel like you really want the money. It's not the money. It's the feeling behind the money. It's the feeling that that money can buy you. That's what we're after. And for me, that's freedom. Freedom is everything. My freedom to choose whatever I want to do every single day is everything to me. It's what I'm working for. It's what I want to show my kids can exist in this world of busy, 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 see me, see me, see me, I'm important, and loneliness. I want to show them real freedom, but that costs money. So I better understand why I'm doing what I'm doing so that I feel like I deserve the money when it comes. Because I promise the fastest way to get rid of every dollar and cent that you have is to believe you don't deserve it. God wants you to have it. He wants you to be prosperous, to have everything, because money in the hands of good people does amazing things. We could change the world if this room was making millions of dollars. If we were all making millions of dollars, imagine what we could do. I want that for all of us. That buys you the freedom to do whatever it is that you feel called to do that day. It feels amazing, and it's worth working for. But you need to understand why you want it. Some people call that a Ikigai. That's what I like to call it. I learned Ikigai a few years ago. And Ikigai is a Japanese word for the thing that wakes you up in the morning. The thing that gets you up and out of bed. What is it? Because it's not money. It's not, the things that you can buy that day. The thing that gets you up in the morning is the thing that you're passionate about doing. And for me, that's standing in front of a group of women who have a desire in their heart to create something more for themselves. And I want them to know that I believe with every fiber of my being that they are enough as they are and that they can do it. And I only get to do that if I show up every single day and I connect with why I'm here. Otherwise, I get burned out. And I just say, it's not worth it. I don't want to get ready today. I don't want to do all of that stuff. I'd rather just binge Netflix. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to turn off Netflix for you. No one is going to stop you from making all the mistakes that you're making. It's up to you to decide that you want it more than you want to be lazy today. Okay? So understand the thing that gets you up every single morning, and if you connect to that every day, it will not be hard to get into the office. And for those people that come to you and say, I don't know. They haven't connected to what this could do for them. Help walk them through that. Ask them why questions, more why. Why? Oh, I really want the money. Why? Oh, because my husband really works hard and I feel bad. Why? 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 Until they cry. Then you nailed it. Number 9. Treat your business like a business. Treat your business like a business. This is not a hobby. This is not a fun thing we do. This is a business. We're here to make money. That's just the long and short of it. It's not a shameful thing, okay? This is not your hobby. Get your life together, people. Contracts, have them. Even between friends. Oh, she's my friend. I don't need a contract. Yes, you do. Your contract is to protect your friendship so that you can still be friends after this thing goes wrong. Because I promise you, it's going to go bad. It's going to go bad between you and another person at one time. Treat your business like a business by having contracts and laying out lanes. This is what I'm going to do. This is what you're going to do. We're going to show up together, and this is what it's going to look like. Be upfront and honest about what you want from someone and what you're expecting, okay? Insurance, find some if you need it. Business licenses, go get them. Taxes, pay them. That conversation that you need to have with your partner who's unsupportive, have it. Emotionally neutral time and place, sit them down and say, look, I feel because, it's the magic 3 words. When you make fun of me for what I really, really want to do, I feel small because I love you and I value what you think. And I want us to have this kind of life. And that's what I'm working for. Can you please support me? If you sit down with a spouse and you just say, I just need you to get on board. Just get on board for me. Like I have gotten on board for you all of these times. Get on board for me. If they can't say yes to that, there's a bigger problem. That problem is not about your business, I promise you. That problem is about something else. That aunt that constantly makes crap remarks at Thanksgiving dinner, have a conversation with her. Yo, Magda. Saw you with the turkey. Heard the comment. And look, I got to tell you, I love you. You're my aunt. You mean a lot to me. So when you say those things, it actually really hurts my feelings. Could we avoid that from now on? If your aunt can't say yes to that, there's a bigger problem. Don't invite that bee to dinner anymore. Let's talk about money. Money can be awkward, especially for women. Women are like, ooh, I'm not going to touch that. Men are like, oh, my company is worth this amount of money. And we're like, oh, I don't know, I just had silver. Well, what does that mean? Oh, I'll tell you what that means. It means $10,000 this month. That's what it means, right? Be proud of what you do. Be proud of being in a business that makes you money, because most of them don't. Okay? Be proud of it. Let's normalize money talk. If we don't, it's just a big mystery. When I first started Young Living, all I wanted was to see somebody talking about money. What were they making? What could this do? And it was like radio silence. I couldn't find it anywhere. It was before an income disclosure statement, which I will say was on the screen, by the way, so I do not get in trouble with any legal people that are in here. It was on here. Money can be awkward, but money is important. It's why we're here. You can't pay for your dreams with people's good feelings and exposure. You cannot pay your bills by people pleasing, giving everything away for free. It's not going to work. Make money and be proud of it. Be damn proud of what you make. You are changing your family's life with this money, and that is not small, okay? And finally, number 10, set goals, work hard, and refuse to fail. I set goals in 6 areas. They look like this: personal, spiritual, financial, health, business, and relationships. I'm going to go over them again. Personal, spiritual, financial, health, business, relationships. Some of them I'm better at keeping my goals than others. It's just true. Doesn't mean I don't set the goal. I do. Love to lose 40 pounds. Right now, I just like to sit in my office and work more. That's the season of life I'm in. That's okay. Sometimes you're going to have to choose what to bomb. What things are not going to get the attention this month that they deserve? If you choose it, you're going to be a whole lot happier than just letting some ball drop and then you go, shoot, I forgot. I'm so sorry, I forgot. Right? Instead, you just say, I don't have the margin for that this month because I've got this going on. I have to say no to this so I can say yes to what I want. Set the goals that you want and be unashamed to go run after them. Tell everyone what you're doing, because someone with some momentum, someone who's got a goal, someone who's going somewhere, I want to be a part of that person's team. I don't want to be a part of the person's team who's crying about how busy they are. I want to be a part of the person's team who says, I'm going to make $1 million this year. You want some of that? Get on board. Let's go. Right? That is inspiring. I just got goosebumps. I want to be on that person's team. Why are you not saying that? I want everything that I want in my life. I'm going to go get it. You want to come? Yeah. Actually, I do. So set goals and create some action around it so that you know every single day what to be doing. A bunch of words like IPAs are going to get thrown around here today. Really, that's just work. It's action. It means getting off your butt every single day, getting into the office, and doing the thing you're afraid to do over and over and over again. Can you do it? No. Can you do it? One more time. Can you do it? Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you being here.